Oh man, this is great. This is lovely. I love this so much. What's going on, everyone? Back with another episode of Stuff and Things. Where's the Grom? Where has the Grom been? A few people have been asking. It's right here. I didn't sell it. Still got it in the garage. Still in pretty good condition. It's been running good. And I really haven't been riding it just because I've been traveling so much. So let's go for a little ride today. I'm not great at moto vlogging. I really never know what to talk about, but I know you guys miss seeing the Grom. Ooh, and hearing all that maybe 10 horsepower. Yeah, buddy. Listen to that sucker scream. Alright, so for those of you who are not familiar with my Honda Grom, it's a 22, so it's the newest of the Groms, higher compression ratio. You get an extra gear, so we got 5 gears to choose from, and then a bunch of mods that I've covered on the channel already. Pro taper, Honda mini bars, some shorty racing levers, different grips, Chimera, quick twist throttle tube, Chimera intake, I forget who makes the exhaust that I have. It was like the only one available last year when I was kind of building this thing. I also installed a new camshaft and reflashed the ECU, and this road is a dead end. I have no idea where I'm at right now. Guess we'll drive up through here. What is this? Freaking gated community? Alright, we'll go back this way, I guess. Yeah, so this is my second Honda Grom build. You guys, well, actually, probably no one has seen my original build because I built it so long ago. It was back in 2016, I believe. I had one of the OG Groms that did that thing up, and then this one I did a little bit different. This actually matches the Sat van, so I got knobby tires, kinda big blocks on there. Taking this thing off-road in Canyonlands and really all over the place. I traveled with this thing a little bit last summer when I was traveling in the van a lot. I just crossed over 700 miles and I really need to ride this thing a little bit more. Ooh, it's starting to get wet. Hope these storms hold off. So I was thinking, since a lot of people have found my channel because of the Grom and maybe some of the other motorcycles like the Sur-Ron, I was thinking maybe while I'm home and not traveling all the time, maybe we'll do a Moto-Monday. I don't know if that's something that you guys would be into, but just like a weekly moto vlog on any of my motorcycles. Oh, that rain is cold. It's like 90 degrees here today in Colorado, but that rain is freezing cold. Alright, I gotta head towards the mountains. I don't think it's raining over there. Oh man, this is great. This is lovely. I love this so much. So what I was thinking for Moto-Mondays was just a moto vlog where I pick a bike, go out, and we have like a topic to talk about. Almost kind of like a podcast, I guess, but in video form. With the rising price of gas now, I really don't want to drive any of my vehicles. Don't want to drive the truck. Don't want to drive the van, although of course I still am when I'm driving somewhere and I need to get groceries or pick things up that won't fit in a backpack. I of course am going to probably take the truck 9 times out of 10. But outside of that, I'm really trying not to drive around unless I'm taking the truck out camping to an event where I need the truck, or same thing with the van. I got a couple van events planned later this year, so you guys will see both of those vehicles quite a lot. I'm actually doing a camping trip tomorrow in the truck, so you guys will probably see that on Wednesday. So since gas prices are ridiculous and it costs like $100 to fill either of those other vehicles' tanks, the Grom on the other hand gets like probably still 100 miles per gallon. I really haven't like checked it out since I've done a lot of the mods, but it's definitely a hell of a lot better than the Tacoma or the van. This thing is not heavy enough to trip this light. Come on, I need a car to come behind me. So for this first Moto Monday, I don't know how long I'll be able to do this, basically until I stop traveling, I guess. I don't have a topic to talk about other than this idea of making some more motorcycle content. I don't know if this is something that people are interested in. Generally, my moto vlogs don't get many views, so if you're watching this, leave a thumbs up, leave a comment. I would appreciate that. I did want to talk about adding another vehicle, hopefully the last vehicle to the fleet. We got the van for long distance camping and driving, hauling across the country. And then we got the truck for shorter camp trips in the Colorado area in the winter time. It's gonna be like a ski rig with the Kimbo on the back. But it would be really nice to have a daily driver. And I've kind of picked your brains about this. If you follow me over on Instagram, a couple weeks back I said, these were the cars that I owned. I had a 92 Volkswagen Corrado. I had an 02 WRX. I had my STI, which you guys may have seen on the channel. I've had the Crosstrek, which I sold for the Tacoma. But it would be nice to have sort of a dedicated daily driver, and I've been thinking a lot about this. I think it's time to get just kind of a basic daily driver that I'm not going to go crazy with. And that's hard to do. Whenever I get a vehicle, I like putting my own spin on things and making them fun, but did that with the truck, and the gas mileage when the Kimbo's not on is really not bad, but it would be nice to have something smaller that I can drive downtown and I don't have to worry about people standing on my sliders and pulling gear off of it, because that stuff unfortunately happens if you're living near a city. So yeah, I kind of want to get a daily driver, and I've been thinking a lot about it. The only things that I've really set in place are, I want something affordable, preferably between like $5,000, or if I'm buying new, up to $30,000. I don't want an expensive car. I want it to be kind of relatable. It's also got to be something that I can afford, and I was looking at stuff like the Supra and other kind of faster sports cars like that, and those just don't make sense to me. I can't justify driving around a $60,000 car, especially like the Supra, which isn't even in manual yet. Hopefully we get that here in the States. So I want a car that's good on gas, that is affordable, and I also want manual gearbox. I don't want an automatic car anymore. I want the car to be fun to drive as a daily. On days like today when it's raining and I need to go somewhere, I don't want to be driving the truck or the van. I want something that's fun to drive, gets good gas mileage, and is just an overall good daily driver. So with that being said, we've got a lot of things on the playing field. I'm sort of leaning towards like really small compact style car, probably a two-door or maybe a hatchback. I was looking at the used market like locally on Craigslist and Facebook Marketplace and stuff like that, and we're looking at Honda Civics and Mazda Miatas and maybe some like older Subaru Outback wagons, maybe like an older Crosstrek again. I don't know. I really don't want a car like that because that's not really that fun to drive. So I'm kind of thinking sports car, either a hatchback or like a two-door coupe. Could be front-wheel drive, rear-wheel drive, all-wheel drive, I don't really care. And the problem right now with buying off the used market is that it is ridiculous. People are asking like almost new prices. So because of that, I'm almost leaning towards buying a newer car. I was kind of contemplating things like the new Corolla GR from Toyota, but getting a spot on one of those, it's going to take forever. I probably wouldn't see it for like a year or more. And then I was looking at the new Zs, and both of those cars, the GR Corolla and the 350Z, or whatever they're calling it now, those are probably a little bit too expensive. You're looking at probably like 35 plus, like 35 for a super base version of either of those cars. But I'm kind of thinking something along those lines, unless I could find something new. Really not super picky on it, and again, I want it to be reliable, I want it to be fun to drive. I say right now that I really don't want to mod it, but there will be some like subtle mods, probably similar to my STI. If any of you guys remember that car, I ordered the car direct from Subaru. It was built and shipped over here to the States, and I opted for a lot of the packages that are available through Subaru. The SPT, Subaru Performance Tuning Exhaust, that way I don't have to change that and it's warranted. The only thing I really did was wheels and tires and a suspension on that car, and the thing was great. I did have like a Racing shift knob, didn't tune it, didn't do an intake. The car was immaculate. And then I sold it through my cousin's one business, and someone bought it and probably blew it up by now. Probably stage 2 Cobb access port downpipe, just changing a bunch of stuff, and if you don't know what you're doing, that's when those cars become unreliable. I do kind of wish I still had that car just because I kept that thing so clean, and as it gets older, it just kind of turns into a relic. They're really not going to be making the STIs much longer, so a car like that is going to be valuable in the future, but once you start modifying it like crazy and it gets all clapped out, then it definitely loses its value, and it's unfortunate to see. So this is where I will turn the question over to you guys. You have already given me a ton of suggestions over on my Instagram when I asked this, but what car would you like to see me pick up as a daily? Kind of leaning towards a sports car route, something fun, manual gearbox, just really good on gas, but I guess nothing is really off the table right now. Could get something like a Bronco Sport. Nope, just kidding. Don't like those. Chevy Cruze, too boring. What else we got around here? Honda Accord, mom car. Ooh, a RAV4. I could daily that, but that's too similar to my truck. Like, I would lift it and put wheels and tires on it and stuff, and then it would be almost exactly the same. A Jeep, bad gas mileage, no thanks. Subaru Outback. Those hold their value in Colorado, so it's probably be difficult to find one that I actually like. So let me know what you guys would want to see me turn into my daily driver. I'm not sure how much content I'll make around it, but maybe get some wheels put on it, do a suspension setup video, just sort of some basic stuff like I did with the Grom, and then that would sort of round out my fleet. While we're on the topic of getting a new daily, other than like riding motorcycles, until I get an actual daily driver, I'm riding the Grom, I'm riding the Husky. Damn, maybe I'll even bring out the Ruckus. That thing is kind of hard to drive around here because like right now I'm doing 50. The Ruckus would struggle to ride on this road right now with all the traffic, but I could ride that thing. I had some plans to modify that, and I just haven't done anything to it yet. With modifying the Ruckus, I would end up dropping more money to make it a little bit faster and a little bit cooler than I did on actually buying that thing. It was like 22 new out the door, so that's sort of my trip down to the corner store or gas station type of vehicle. Now, while we're here in this area talking about daily drivers, there's a bunch of dealerships up here, so let's just go look at cars, see what they have. Looks like we got our first one right here, Colorado Auto Finders. Kind of hungry too. We got Mexican food over here. What is going on here? Why do they have the cars parked like that? They don't want you driving around? Good thing we are on the Grom. I'm just gonna go right here. Boop. Ugh. Got Audi A4. Kind of cool. I probably prefer an A3, but that would probably be out of the price range. Ooh, Mini Coopers. I've always liked the older Mini Coopers. That one's like matte black, all black everything. I don't know if I could actually see myself driving one of those though. BMW, if I could find an M somewhere, I'd love to own one of those. I wish money was no option and I had unlimited garage space. There's an old WRX, did that already. Not super interested in that anymore. Volkswagens. Ooh, the new Golf R would be sick. I don't know what those go for price-wise, but if I get it the way that I want, it would probably be too expensive. Focus ST? I kind of wish the Focus RSs weren't such of a flop with all the issues that they had, because I really liked the look of those cars when they came out. That's kind of along the lines of what I'm thinking though, like something in that realm. Those all look like mom cars. Mercedes, can't afford it. This place really doesn't want you in their parking lot. I'm shopping, let me through. Thank you. Jeeps, all the Jeeps. I like Jeeps. Not practical for me right now. Honda Fit, that's a little too dorky for what I'm looking for. Tesla. Dude, if I could get a Model 3 out the door for like 30, I would consider that. But then again, it's like, it really just takes all the driving feel out of it. I really have a lot of respect for Tesla and electric vehicles, but I like the analog driving sensation. I like shifting gears and feeling and hearing the motor. Oh, speaking of an RS, there's one right up here. Dude, it's got some wheels on it, Brembos. Wonder how the reliability on these has changed. So like this is what I'm talking about. I would definitely drive this car. Probably 6-speed, doesn't have a price on it. 17 Focus RS black. Let's see. Place phone camera here. I just want to know a price. 41,990. Ugh, so like 42 grand. I think that's too much. That's out of my price range. Unless you could talk them down. Actually, I really like this thing. I never really considered them after all the issues that I knew that they had, but still a good looking car. WRX, got a Challenger. I said good gas mileage, so probably nothing American muscle wise. Charger, SRT. Oh, it's a Hellcat Charger. Dude, I like those. I like all sorts of cars. Range Rover, Hyundai. How do we get out of this parking lot? Just like that. Alright, see what the next dealership is. Toyota. Love Toyota. Could look at Corollas, which they probably don't have. GR86, which they will definitely not have. They may have some used stuff here though too. Regular Corolla, meh. A super old Corolla, I would drive that over a new one. 4Runner, if it had better gas mileage, that would be awesome, but also not fun to drive. It just drives like my truck. Maybe I should get a Prius. I mean, that definitely checks the good gas mileage box, but oh, we got a Mazda dealer. Let's go look at Miatas. Miatas. That thing is all busted up. Oh man, they have like nothing here. Ooh, MX-5. That could be a contender. I think it's freaking tiny though. I don't know. Price 26. Alright, so that's in the ballpark. So Miatas are very similar to Groms. It's like only true car enthusiasts can really appreciate the Miata just for all the things you can do to them. They're just fun, quick, nimble, rear-wheel drive, so you can slide them around. It's a sports car in a loose sense of the term, but it is. It's a sporty little car that probably gets great gas mileage. This is kind of like exactly what I'm thinking, but definitely don't want a convertible, that's for sure. I honestly like the older Miatas more than the new ones, but this one doesn't look too bad. I'm not like a huge dude, but I feel like it would be hard to fit in this car. Like, my arms straight out. This is like, the height of this roof is like with my arms down by my side. So, that one's automatic. I don't want automatic. I like the Miatas with the flip-up lights. Whatever year those were. Flip-up headlights. You can make them wink and stuff. Here's another one. 23K. Kind of like this body style too. It's not a great looking car, but it'd be fun to rip around in. Alright, well, I guess that's it for car shopping. I put the feeler out there so you guys kind of know what I'm thinking along the lines of what type of car I would want. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Also, if you want to see some more Moto-Monday style videos like this, let me know. Give me some topics of what you guys want to hear me talk about, like car shopping or modifications to this or the Husky, the Ruckus, whatever. I'll basically just pick and choose from the comments what you guys want to see me ride and a topic. We'll just hang out on a Monday morning. So that's all that I've got for today. If you guys are new to the channel, consider clicking subscribe. I make new videos every week. As always, thanks for watching. I'll talk to you in the next one.